This is my daughter, Allie. She's been missing for 15 years. Hi, I'm her mom, Joanne Lowitzer. Allie stepped off of her school bus on April 26th of 2010. She was supposed to be headed to work, but she was never seen again. I get a lot of questions about where she worked. It's called the Burger Barn. And a lot of people ask, if the co-workers and the owner of the Burger Barn were questioned and cleared, of any suspects or any of that. So I'm here to talk about that and put out the facts, because this part, it gets a lot of questions, and there's a lot of misinformation out there about how long she worked there, how she would get to work, how she would get home, all that good stuff. So my daughter had turned 16 in February of 2010, and she immediately started looking for a job. She wanted to be able to earn her own money and spend it how she wanted to. She had things that she wanted to buy that, me and her dad, we just didn't have the extra money to buy it for her. So she applied at some places in the mall, at some local, I think, fast food restaurants, but mainly the mall. She wanted to work in the mall, mainly Hot Topic. But right around the corner from us, it was less than a quarter of a mile away, there was a little burger joint called the Burger Barn in a shopping strip. And she applied there and she got the job. Now, from the time she started working to when she went missing, she was going to pick up her third paycheck. Not her first paycheck, not her second paycheck, but her third paycheck. And I'll explain that in just a minute. So Allie had just turned 16. This was her very first job. And it was in a burger joint, which she was very excited about that, because what teenager doesn't like burgers and fries, and having their own money. So even though we were less than a quarter of a mile, Allie had never walked to work before. My mother lived very, very close to us, and even before Allie got a job, my mom would often come over to the house and spend the day. She would kind of do some of the kids' laundry and, be home when they got home from school, fix some snacks and, just grandma stuff, which Allie really liked because my mom would fix her salads, and Allie really loved my mom's salads. So anyway, the agreement when Allie got this job, we agreed that if Allie did work on a particular day, my mom would drop her off at the Burger Barn, and then my mom would go home, and then I would go pick Allie up. So that's, how the work situation would go. So the very first paycheck that Allie got, it bounced. It wasn't for very much money, but the bank did want to charge for non-sufficient funds. So as any good dad would do, Allie's father went up to the Burger Barn and said, you're going to fix this. You're going to pay my daughter. And I believe he paid her in cash. The second paycheck, I think, was okay, because I don't remember any issues with that. The third check Allie was wanting to pick up that day was never picked up. And as far as the investigation, we were told by law enforcement that all the employees and the owner was spoken to and they were all cleared. The owner of the Burger Barn, along with us and a couple of others, was polygraphed, and he passed. A few odd things that sticks out about Ibrahim Banat, he's the owner of the Burger Barn, is he lives in, or lived, I guess, in a little rural town, not in Harris County, maybe in Liberty County, but not too far from Spring. Like if you want to live in the country, I guess you would move to Cleveland. This is Texas. And law enforcement told me that he had a slaughterhouse on his property, where he would process his own, I guess, goat meat, because he would advertise that that they cook gyro sandwiches, and I don't know the whole process of after you process an animal for meat, but I know lime is involved. So law enforcement told me, that there was lime, lime, I think lime, on the property anyway, you can look that part up. I don't know all the specifics about it. But anyway, the owner of the Burger Barn was cleared. John even spoke to him. And I mean, there for a while we had a lot of unanswered questions about them. So, I would still love to hear from somebody that worked at the Burger Barn, just to confirm all of that information. Because, we didn't, when those, first 48, 72 hours, when someone is missing, especially a child, you don't know what to do. I mean, because this doesn't happen to everybody. And, with there not being any, real playbook, that you can just say, oh, I need to go here and get this book. It's going to tell me what to do to help find my child. It doesn't work like that. Sadly enough. Here's another picture of my daughter, Allie. This is my favorite picture of her because I love her eyes in this picture. Her full name is Alexandria. We call her Allie for short. I guess she picked out Allie. So answers to the Burger Barn is that, everyone was cleared by law enforcement. We still kind of have some unanswered questions, but really nothing of major significance. Yeah. So that's that about Burger Barn. We don't suspect anyone. And so, we moved on from there as far as the case in our own investigation. And yeah, so I hope to put out more videos like this and answer questions. And there's even talks about a podcast just about Allie. So I want to get past her missing anniversary date, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. I want to get past that. I want to focus on on doing this event for her and awareness for her. And, the little bit of money that we will raise, having a missing person is not cheap. Printing flyers and buying stickers and banners and stuff like that, when you don't have any money, I have so much gratitude for my community and other supporters that have participated in the events that I do have for Allie. And anyone that has ever donated, because I can continue to search for her and have tools that families of missing persons need. So I just ask you to say lots of prayers or send good thoughts to my family, that we will one day find her or what happened to her. I have another picture of her before I get off here. As you can see, she had blue-green eyes depending on what she was wearing. And her hair is dyed dark in this photo. She liked to dye her hair dark. So in this photo, if you look at the top of her forehead, that's her natural hair color. She was 16 when she went missing from Spring, Texas. So I hope you will share this video, and I hope this answers a lot of questions for you. And I will try to make more videos and answer more questions about specific things. So thank you for watching and paying attention. And my advice for families, trust your gut. I did that day, but nobody wanted to listen to me. So I hope everyone has a good day, and thank you again for your support. It's greatly appreciated.